What's up everyone, this is Coach Sonny V from Lotus Training, and today I want to show you guys how to get the most out of your bent over row. Okay, so the bent over row is a great exercise to build overall back strength and back size. But there's a lot of moving parts here, so I see this exercise being like butchered and bastardized all across the spectrum, from novice lifters to even seasoned lifters, okay? So I'm just gonna give you some tips and tricks to help you guys out, okay? First things first, your stance. When you approach this bent over row, your stance is gonna be similar to that of your conventional deadlift, all right? You're gonna stand up nice and tall, you're gonna roll your shoulder blades back, you're gonna make a nice proud chest. As you make your nice proud chest, you don't want your rib cage to flare, right? That rib cage flares, we exaggerate the S-shaped curve in our back, and we put way too much tension and way too much load in our erectors. We don't want this to be just an erector exercise, right? We want to get the full back involved. So you're gonna pull that core in, and pulling that core in is gonna tuck in that rib cage, bringing your rib cage parallel to the hips, right? While we're here, we're gonna brace our abs. Nice strong brace, okay? So we're bracing from through to the sides and around. All this is brace, right? We're not just like creating that powerlifting gut, right? We're creating a nice strong brace. You're in a movable force here. All right, so roll your shoulders back, proud chest, rib cage is flush with the hips, core is packed and on. Look at, I'm braced and I'm still breathing. Bracing does not mean holding your breath, okay? So, everything is on, my knees are nice and soft, I'm hinging at the hips, right? One of the biggest issues that I see when people are running their bent over row is they just mosey onto the bar and they bend over row. They just bend over and they get right on into it, right?
I broke my back.
There's no tightness, there's no tension, there's no brace, there's no stabilization of your forces to get the movement targeting where you want it, right? So like the stimulus to fatigue ratio is off. You're definitely gonna feel fatigue doing a bent over row like that, but we're not gonna get the stimulus that we're looking for, okay? So walking up to the bar, or you create that checklist in your head, roll your shoulders back, proud chest, rib cage is flush with the hips, we're nice and braced, knees are soft like we're guarding in basketball, okay? Now I'm just gonna hinge at the hips. Dude, you're just gonna pick this up like your conventional deadlift, all right? When you grab that bar, rotate those elbows so they're pointing to the wall behind you. That's gonna help pack up those lats. All right, now you're just gonna stand up. I'm like, dude, I'm not even rowing yet. Yeah, you're gonna stand up, you're gonna go through your checklist again. Why? Because now you're loading weight. It's easy to stand tall and strong when you're not bearing any weight, but now you're bearing weight. You want to check to make sure, did the weight pull you out of a neutral shoulder blade? Did the weight get your chest down? Is that chest proud still? Are my elbows where you want it to be? Are my lats nice and packed? I feel my lats just standing in this position. Is my core still braced? All right, so once you go through your checklist again, proud chest, core is tight, neutral shoulder blades, neutral neck, now we get into the fun part, okay? You see in the commercial gyms all the time.
You play by different rules, yeah.
The bro row. Yeah, yeah.
You gotta get in your grandstanding and your hot dogging, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, right here, right? Dude, you are leaving so much on the table with this minimal of hinge, right? The more we can hinge, the more we can create 90-degree angles between the weight that we're pulling and the muscles we're targeting, the more stimulus we're going to get in order to achieve hypertrophy, which is why everyone's in the gym for, to look good naked. Alright, so you're gonna get yourself in here. Stand up tall, roll shoulders back, proud chest, elbows facing the wall behind you, core is tight and braced. Still breathing. All right, inhale, hinge at the hips. All right, right here, dude, you're cooking with fire right here. All right, but right here, ooh, baby, so much. Like my lats are feeling it already, just here. All right, now we can row. All right, you want to make sure you keep your neck neutral, right? We don't want to be here. Keep that neck neutral. Keep your chest proud, right? We don't want the weight to let that buckle in. Okay. With that said, you're gonna see a lot of novice trainers tell you to keep your shoulder blades packed throughout the movement. And I pray for them because you're leaving, again, so much on the table by keeping those shoulder blades in a fixed position, right? You get like a row like this, right? Shoulder blades packed. You see how it was just short and choppy? You want to let those shoulder blades protract and retract, right? When we let those shoulder blades protract, we give our lat such a nicer and deeper stretch stimulus, right? And then when we pull that lat back, that lat's gonna get the message, oh, you want me to even grow up here? Oh, you want me to grow here? Tell the lat where you want it to grow by giving yourself full protraction, full retraction. There is a time and a space for keeping your shoulder blades locked in like that, but that should only be if you're really trying to focus those little upper shoulder blade muscles, right? Your bigger muscles that are utilized to protract and retract your shoulder blades are gonna tone up those small little muscles. You're gonna utilize those little muscles in the protraction and retraction of your bend over row. So right there, you're doing this dance of keeping that chest proud and letting your shoulder blades protract and retract. And that's where the money is, okay? Don't let that chest buckle in. All right, the next tip is where the bar touches, right? If I'm doing bend over row and I'm making the bar touch upper chest, or like from the xiphoid process, or like the tip of your sternum and up, right? That's gonna be these upper muscles, right? The lower that bar touches, it's kind of gonna be more lat dominant. I'm always trying to go for the belly. I'm 5'6".
Hello, 7.
I gotta get a look at this.
Right, so I'm trying to be as wide as I can be, because I'm always touching my belly area. All right, so about our grip for our barbell exercises, right? If you wanted to break this bar in half, you wouldn't just kind of like willy-nilly straight ahead and just try and rip it, right? You try and get as much of your hand on it as possible so you can use all of your digits to break this bar in half. So we don't want to grab the bar right here on this red line. We kind of want to grab it right here on this black line, right? At that 45-degree angle, and we can really bend that bar. Also, for me, bend over row, I like to pull right about here, okay? Some people will pull here. Some people will pull here. Some people will pull their bend over row even out here, snatch grip bend over row. Throughout your lifting career, your conventional grip might become either a little too stale for you. You're not getting the stimulus you're looking for, all right? And then you move out, you adventure out. Remember, we always want to use the grip that's gonna provide the most stimulus into our lats and into our back. So, the last thing I wanna talk about is body English. You're gonna hear a lot of people across the spectrum say, no, body English bad, and like a lot of people say, yes, body English good, right? There's a spectrum, right? The novice lifter, I would recommend no body English, right? Until you master the strict, proper bend over row. The advanced lifter, right? You see bodybuilders all the time, right? You see bodybuilders all the time, right here. Yeah.
Come on. Go.
Yeah. because they know exactly what muscles to use, what muscles to target, what muscles to execute while throwing like a little like extension of the hips in there. So novice lifters, I recommend strict form before you start throwing in that body English into your bend over row. Dude, you see a lot of powerlifters too use a lot of body English, right? So they can like really get their fast twitch muscles all fired up for that bend over row. For that explosiveness. So yeah, there's a spectrum. Dude, I'm all fucking for it. But only if you got your prerequisites, which is mastering strict form, bend over row, and that you've gotten gains from that. Alright? I hope this helps. Alright? I hope we take your bend over row from beginner to badass. And no struggle, no growth. Love you guys.